Question off the topic. What do you try to do to make sure they're not taking it for granted?
um, make sure they physically thank us and show us that they're appreciative. Make sure they model behaviors of kindness and gratitude and work ethic. We're teaching our kids not to have a poverty mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Me, meaning, that's everything from how you behave, how you talk, how you think. It's not just, money. Poverty mindset can kill you. Um, some people during this time right now have a poverty mindset. A lot of coaches, a lot of trainers have a poverty mindset because they don't grow, they don't learn, they
Mm-hmm.
don't, they don't open their mind and include others. And so
And you're
that's
you're
kind of,
not talking about the money, right? It's everything.
wow, poverty mindset has very little to do with money, because money doesn't bring you joy.
Mm-hmm.
Money doesn't bring you growth. Money doesn't bring you peace. Money doesn't bring you real friends. You know, money is just something that has value to change a community,
Mm-hmm.
to change a situation. It's a transaction to get things that you need to survive. That's what we're trying to teach our kids. Yeah, we live near the beach. Yeah, we have a huge pool and a nice house in Florida. And yeah, we can take you to Disney World once a year. And yeah, you'll get, enough Christmas presents. Yeah, you'll get plenty of food. But like all that means nothing
Mm-hmm.
unless you appreciate it,
Yeah.
learn the value behind it. Like how are we so blessed? Get a perspective that God, we're just lucky that we were all born in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could have been born in Africa and not had the basketball resources. So how what would my life look like after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
God wants you to be a servant. God wants you to have fruit in your life, which means evidence of great things. What's great is helping others, help themselves, help others to make the world better, basically. That's what you and I are
Mm-hmm.
doing, man. We're trying to help players be better people, better
Mm-hmm.
players,
Yeah, for sure.
right? Better leaders, leaders in their community, leaders in their relationships, leaders in the world. Yeah, man. I mean, two main jobs of a basketball coach is to teach winning basketball and how to win in life. So if
Mm-hmm.
you got a 10-year-old, you're teaching them how to be, winning in a 10-year-old's life. So you got elementary
Mm-hmm.
school, you got chores, you got to listen to the parents. You're training a 25-year-old, trying to teach them how to win in their life, which means, hey, keep your contract, get to a second contract, win a chip, build your brand, continue
Mm-hmm.
to build your lifestyle where you have time freedom, you have financial freedom, you have
Mm-hmm.
discernment and wisdom. You want to spend time with who you love, what you love, and who loves you. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when you're popular and you have entourages, that gets clouded. I never forgot it. 80% of NBA players that retire within 4 to 5 years are stuck in or more of these categories. They're broke. They're
Mm-hmm.
in trouble. They're in trouble with the law. They're depressed, which leads to self-esteem issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're either divorced or have some kind of domestic problem, child
Mm-hmm.
support, which leads to being broke, um, domestic problems, 3 or 4 wives, exes, 10 kids, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right? But there's no stability within their family categories. So my point is, it's the nature of professional athletes. They need grooming. It's not their fault. They've been given, some of them have been given things, and people have been doing things for them their whole life. So outside the court, they struggle with making real life decisions. What I try to do when I'm training young men, young women, is just subtly. You don't have to, it's an art. You don't have to preach at them. It's not a judgment thing. It's just relationship building before workouts, after workouts. You might have a meal with them, It might be, for example, I know Terry Rozier. He grew up a hard life. You know, brother was a paraplegic. Dad wasn't around. Poverty. Dude is tough, right? He was struggling a little bit with, you know, not saying that I talked to Terry every day or every week, but
Hmm.
everybody knew when he was playing for the Celtics, you know, he was struggling with playing time. He deserved to play. Kyrie got the minutes. That's why he got traded, you know. And so I just sent him an article, a video about being tough, being resilient. It was told through the eyes of a Navy SEAL. A little story there, about 4 or 5 minutes about this Navy SEAL's battle and what he had to go through. And I just text him, hey, man, the only way to a victory is to go through a battle. You're going through a battle now, and you're tough enough to take it. Even if you don't win on the court, you're going to win in life because you're not, you know, you always fight through to the end, and you never give up. So,
Hmm. And how
you know
would
what
you
I mean?
recommend build that? How would you recommend build that respect and trust for younger coaches? The reason why I'm asking is when I'm doing the pro camp in Russia, working with the pro players, I always have people who volunteer, and sometimes, of course, they're coming to learn. But at the point where if I have someone who's helping me for 4 months, the person is still shy to kind of correct the player or talk to him. What advice would you give to the younger ones to gain the respect from the players?
Yeah, you know, that player is only going to respect you if number one, you have passion. And
Hmm.
passion is not shy. Like you can't be a shy coach. You can, but you can't be outstanding. Because I always
Hmm.
tell young players and coaches, you can be shy or you can be great, but you can't be both.
Hmm.
Shyness and greatness don't live in the same vessel. And so, you know, these young coaches are shy because they haven't prepared enough. I mean,
Hmm.
that's all it is. If you walk into a room and you know a lot about the subject you're about to speak about, or you feel good and own who you are and what you do, you're going to have a swag. And a swag is just an acronym. And a swag, you know, if you have swag, you have the skill sets of a skill. Like you have some kind of skill that's going to impact others. And as a coach, you know, you should be confident enough that you know as much or more than the player that you're training. So you're there to impart knowledge. You're giving them one drill, one concept. Um, you know, you're there to get them better, to at least enhance what they
Hmm.
do. Give them a good workout that day. You know,
Hmm.
impact fun, impact information, impact perspiration. You know, something.
Hmm.
So you shouldn't be shy about that. Um, and if you prepare, right, then you you ooze confidence because preparation breeds confidence. That's it.
Hmm.
So that's the whole thing. You're not going to all of a sudden change their behavior in 4 months. They have to.
Hmm.
These young coaches have to do the work beforehand.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
if they're coming to, you know, and if they're coming to you as a leader to direct your guys for 4 months, don't and they haven't put in the work, they're just there to learn, then don't expect them to be
Hmm.
the guy you want them to be because you're setting them up for failure. You know, disappointment is the son, right, of false expectations.
Hmm.
Disappointment, right, is breeded from false expectation. You're expecting this guy to be like you, and he's not. He didn't put in the time. He doesn't have your experience. He doesn't have your confidence. He doesn't trust his work. He knows the information, but
Hmm.
he can't connect when he gets out there with this pro because he's all intimidated because this is a pro and man, he might. What will he think if I look stupid? Like that. That's what it
Hmm.
is. Is that these young coaches they think more about what's that guy going to think about me? I want to be liked by that guy because that guy is Michael Jordan. And so if you got young coaches out there that are struggling with questions and confusion and doubt and they're not good at some things yet, that's okay. That's part of being young. That's part of being, um, uh, I mean, that's the nature of young people, you know. And if you want to be successful at a younger age, you got to learn the information at a younger age and put in the time. You know, because success is the, is the mother, success is the mother of repetition. You know, the more you repeat something, right, the more success you'll have.
Yeah.
More repetitions, better reputation. You
And
know,
so,
if you demonstrating is the highest level of teaching. You know, and if you demonstrate it like myself that it's at a high level, shoot with left, shoot
Mhm.
with right, quick feet, 4-ball push-ups, fast handle, enthusiasm, passing right and left. Like if you can, if your skill level is on par with the players that you train with, they have no other choice to say, yeah, I want to dribble like him. I want to shoot like him. That's
Yeah.
how you do it. Man, that's how you do it. Man, a lot of
Mhm.
pros respect you because, you know, you're not bullshit. You're not fake. And so show
Mhm.
them you're the truth. Teach the truth. Be genuine, authentic. Then you don't have to worry about cocky and arrogance, right? Just really, you want to work hard and you want to make that pro better. That's it.
Mhm.
That's it. What do you want to make them better at? Well, in my curriculum, winner in life, winner in basketball. Real simple. You see,
Mhm.
as a coach, your philosophy has to be clear, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Has to be correct. And then, like you and I are talking about charisma, you got to have charisma. And a lot of these you can say as a coach is, man, I don't know, and I'll be better tomorrow.
And
just
that's
like,
important that the coaches hear it, that it's okay to say I don't know. It's normal. You can't know
Yeah,
everything.
no, man, you don't. Now, as a coach, it's your job to know every question that the player brings, and I pride myself in that. But there've been a time where a coach, a player has asked me, Gannon, man, hey, let's work on our vertical leap tomorrow, man, because I got to get my hops ready.
Mhm.
Give me some. And I'm like, look, man, that's not my lane, man.
Mhm.
That's not my lane, Terry. Call this guy, Terry, Tim Grover, or hey, I'm gonna take you down the street to a vertical leap guy. That's not my lane.
Passion and swag is cool, but where's that line of being passionate and being cocky? How would you build that line?
Well, as a coach, when if you can just step outside yourself and say and look at yourself coaching and hear yourself coaching, if it ever becomes more about you during that workout and you're not listening to the players, you're not making them better. All
Mhm.
your time, all your time and energy is based in you and how it looks to people that are filming you, or you're using it for alternative motives instead of just, hey, impacting that kid right away, then it's arrogant, it's
Mhm.
cocky, it's selfish. Like a lot,
Mhm.
lot of drills you do will be good. A lot of teaching points that you deliver in your message will be good, but are the players receiving it? And
Mhm.
so you have to make it about them by asking them questions. Ask them how they feel. Hey, what do you want to work on next? You know, the cocky coaches are the control coaches.
Okay.
The arrogant coaches don't ask questions for the players. They ask questions and they don't let the players answer. They just ask questions to make to hear themselves talk. Um, a lot of people at first thought I demonstrated a lot of drills at a high level just to show people, look, I can still play, and
Mhm.
that's far from the truth. I do it because it's a great motivation. It's a connector.
Mhm.
It gets
Yeah.
the play. It's so hard now to get the players' attention, especially after 50, 60 practices, right? And demonstrating, as I said, is a great clarity, right? For hey, this is how to do it. So that might come across as arrogant, but if you, but it all comes back to two words: authenticity and transparency, right?
Mhm.
If you're genuine in what you do and you're transparent and real and honest about why you're doing it, and always say, look, I'm not trying to press you when I do this, Drew. I'm trying to press upon you. Look, if I can do this, you can do this. I'm not just telling you, look, it
Mhm.
works. Elbow here. And, and so it's just a way to deliver your message to get them to buy in. So success is based on maturational experiences, not just your chronological experience. And, um, I really think that coaches, players, they got to see, all right, what's the message? Is it true? If it's true, you should never question it. The truth fears no question. You should never question the truth.
If you're working with somebody more of a veteran pro player who's not going hard in the workout, they have great resumes and accolades, but are not going hard during the workout, what would you do?
Yeah, I've done that before. The first thing I would ask him is, why aren't you going hard? Hey, stop. I say, yo, man, I don't think you're going hard. Why not? And then he'll say, man, I am going hard. I'm like, okay, you think you're going hard? Let's change up the drill. You got to make 12 in a minute. You got to make 12 jumpers a minute. Start
Okay.
from the low block, cut to the corner. So if you don't think he's going hard, you question him. And if he says, yeah, you're right, he just corrected himself. All right, let's pick it up. And then if he's still not going hard, say, you just change up. You make him go hard. You manipulate, right? You manufacture his work ethic, his motor, and you put a time and a score on every drill. Before the workout, you always got to define what he's going to do. So I always ask pros, because again, you got to be concerned with load management, right? Right? It just comes from memorization and perspiration, man. Imagination, your brain has two functions. You can imagine, right? And you can remember. And that's it.